Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV. As always, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate you taking your time out to watching the video and interacting with the video as well. Now, what can I say? As you can tell from the thumbnail, victory, 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 sweet victory. Yes, it's not a mistake. The West Indies, they have won a test match. They defeated Bangladesh very convincingly in the end. So, going to be sharing the details with you. Was a brilliant overall team performance. Going to be giving you the bowling performances, in the second innings that we bowled out Bangladesh cheaply, and just discussing the game in general, right? So, but before I do that, we really appreciate if you take a few seconds to like the video, and subscribe to the channel as well, right? Free and simple ways for you to support the channel, but it really goes a far way in helping the channel to grow and getting the videos in the YouTube algorithm, right? So just take a few seconds to do that, and then I'll get into the details. All right, so now that that's out of the way, let's get to it, right? So as I said, the West Indies, they completed a very comprehensive victory over Bangladesh in the first test match, in Antigua, right? So today is the 5th day, of course, so the match did go to 5 days. But before lunch on the 5th day, we bowled out Bangladesh. So we ended up winning the match by 201 runs. Right, that's a huge margin of victory. No surprises for me, really. But you never know with Test cricket, right? So in Bangladesh second innings, right? Bangladesh scores in the match. They made 269 in their first innings and declared, and then in the second innings, chasing 334 for victory. We bowled them out 334 for victory. I think we bowled them out for 132, right? Leading the way with the ball for us in the second inning, in Bangladesh second innings, was Jaden Seals and Hetmyer Roach, right? So Seals took 3 for 45 from 13 overs, right? And Hetmyer Roach, the wily veteran, he took 3 for 20 from 8 overs, right? So, leading up to the match, I was saying I would have left out Hetmyer Roach, but he definitely shut me up, in this match. His bowling was brilliant, right? And that's what you like to see. Players stepping up when there is doubt, around their performance or around their place in the team, right? So definitely happy to see that Hetmyer Roach, still displaying that, he adds value to this team. His quality is still there. Was a brilliant overall team performance, right? Bowling performance. And like I said, Seals took 3 for 45, him continuing in his rich vein of form in the test cricket format, right? He's definitely been, a front runner for us as far as wicket taking goes, at least this year, in test cricket, and glad to see him, continuing to lead us on that front, right? Getting the ball to move off the seam, getting the ball to move in both directions, actually. So his skill, has definitely improved this year, and we are seeing the fruits of that, in West Indian colours, right? So a huge shout out to Jaden Seals, huge shout out to Hetmyer Roach, also Alzarri Joseph, he also took 2 wickets, right? So he's definitely needs to be commended as well. And Shamar Joseph got a wicket also, right? So the only bowler in the second innings that didn't take a wicket was Justin Greaves, right? But our PSers, us going into this match with only PS bowlers definitely paid dividends, and in a huge way, right? A 201 margin of victory is definitely very impressive, I must say, right? And I don't want to hear that, oh, it is just Bangladesh, right? Because you can only play who is in front of you, and if we did not win the match, or if Bangladesh for some reason beat us, then we would happily criticize the team and say whatever negative thing, right? So know that the team has won. The excuse of who the opponent is should never come up, right? In my opinion, right? So definitely a huge congratulations to the team, on the brilliant batting performance, right? Justin Greaves was named player of the match, man of the match, right? And deservedly so, right? I think a few of the bowlers, Alzarri Joseph, so Alzarri Joseph took 5 wickets in the match because he had taken 3 in the first innings. Also, did Jaden Seals take 5 wickets he took 2 in the first innings, right? But it's definitely safe to say that it was that century from Justin Greaves, in the first innings that really put us in the position to win the game by such a huge margin, right? It was that century that got us, to the 450 mark, and with such a huge first inning score on the board, right? That gave us the upper hand. So I do think Justin Greaves, and he also took 2 wickets, in that Bangladesh first innings as well. So I think he took 2 for 34, right? So definitely he deserves the man of the match, award for this match, right? For his brilliant batting performance. It was an impressive century. He built his innings well, right? Showed composure, showed poise, right? Focus, right? To score 115 runs, and only hit, I think, 4 boundaries, 4 fours, right? That's a lot of running, that's a lot of effort, right? And to be doing all that running and still remain poised and focused, right? And the stamina to do so as well, it takes a lot, right? So he's definitely deserves the man of the match award. So well done to Justin Greaves, getting back into the team and continuing his form. It would have definitely been well, I would have definitely been skeptical of Cricket West Indies if they did not include him in the test squad, after hitting 3 consecutive centuries in the Super 50s, right? That definitely warrants a place in the team, and he came in that vulnerable number 6 position as well, which we as fans, have been complaining about, saying that, that position needs to produce for us. And he came in, batting in that position, and he produced the goods, right? So huge shout out to Justin Greaves. Huge shout out to the entire team, right? Going back over the first innings now, right? Mikael Louis, getting to 90, I think 93. Alec Atani is also getting into the 90s as well, right? So our batters definitely batted well in the first innings. Second innings, right? Hetmyer Roach as well, right? I can definitely not overlook the innings that Hetmyer Roach played with Justin Greaves, right? In that building, that partnership. I think it was a 140 run partnership or something like that, right? A partnership above 100 runs. I don't remember exactly how much, right? But that also played a very, very important part in us winning this match, right? So Hetmyer Roach's effort definitely won't and cannot overlook it, right? So the batters did well in the first innings. In the second innings, right, getting bowled out for just 100 and I think it was 152, right? Wasn't ideal, right? But at the same time, based on the huge first innings lead that we had already gotten, right? That was sufficient for us to put Bangladesh under pressure, and they definitely crumbled under the pressure and were bundled out for 132. So even if we well, let me not say that, right? Because there's a thing that's called scoreboard pressure, right? So the fact that they had to chase a total of over 300 runs definitely played a part, in their psyche, their mentality, right? If it was a smaller total, a total of 200 and something, then that would have definitely had a bit more hope, and who knows, might have batted differently, right? So the 152 that we were bowled out for in the second innings, obviously the team, with time being a concern, try to bat in a more aggressive manner, right? But it was still disappointing to see the team bowled out for 152, right? If it was 152 declared, then fine. But to be bowled out for 152 after getting such a huge first innings lead was a bit disappointing. But nevertheless, that's water under the bridge. Our bowlers showed up and did the job for us. So the series, we're up in the series 1-0 now. With the second test match coming up in Jamaica. I think it starts on if I remember, the 30th of this month, which is just 4 days away, right? And hopefully we can continue in with the momentum, carry the momentum to Jamaica. It's been a while since Test cricket was played at Savannah Park, so definitely know that hopefully that the atmosphere will be buzzing, especially coming off this victory, and we are able to complete this series victory, and come out with a 2-0 series victory and gain valuable points in the World Test Championship table, and hopefully that can lift us from off at the 10th place, because currently we are the lowest ranked team in this current World Test Championship. So well done to the West Indies team. You know, it was an overall brilliant team performance. You know, our batters did what they had to do in the first innings, and our bowlers definitely showed up and performed well. Across both innings, right? So well done to the entire team. You know, that's what we like to see as fans. You know, definitely happy to see that we were able to get this victory and get the series off to a good start, right? And like I said earlier, hopefully we can continue in that vein of form and just we're as fans, we expect them to beat Bangladesh, right? But nothing is a given in cricket. They have to go out there and do it, and that's exactly what they did in the first test match. So a huge shout out to every West Indian player, every player that played a part in this match. Well done to the team, and looking forward to see how they perform in the second test match. But that's all I have for you in this video. If you're not subscribers, as always, thank you for watching. Really appreciate you taking your time out to watching the video. And do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this win? As always, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.